The Indian Express, 25th of April 2023, the pointless 18th round of India-China military negotiations sets up the SCO conference. China wastes time on the northern front while preparing her navy to dominate the Indian Ocean as part of her all-out war against the Indian subcontinent. The backdrop for the anticipated meeting between Chinese Defense Minister Li Shangfu and Indian Defense Minister Rajnath Singh this week in New Delhi during the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) Defense Ministers' meeting was set on Sunday during the 18th round of India-China military negotiations at the Chushul-Moldo border meeting point. Shangfu is making his first trip to India since the fighting in the Galwan Valley in 2020. However, there was no sign that the friction spots along the line of actual control, LAC, were moving closer to being resolved. Lieutenant General Rashim Bali, commander of the 14th Corps, headed the Indian delegation, and Shilpak Ambule, Joint Secretary for East Asia in the Ministry of External Affairs, attended the conference. The resolution of the pertinent issues along the LAC in the western sector to restore peace and serenity in the border areas to enable advancement in bilateral ties was the subject of a frank and in-depth discussion between the two sides, according to a statement released by New Delhi on Monday. By the direction given by the state authorities and following their meeting in March 2023, the two foreign ministers had an exchange of views openly and candidly, according to the statement. According to the statement, the two parties have agreed to maintain security and stability in the western sector. According to the statement, the two sides agreed to maintain close communication and dialogue through military and diplomatic channels and work out a mutually acceptable resolution of the outstanding issues as soon as possible. The country of India made the declaration. The parties released a unified statement during the last round of military negotiations in December. According to government sources, discussions mainly were focused on confidence-building strategies and preventing conflict at the borders in the upcoming months, even though legacy issues along the LAC, such as Depsang Plains and Deemchok, will be tackled in later meetings and at the political level. Along with the high-level military discussions, both battalion and brigade commanders often communicated. The two sides pulled back forces to disengage from patrolling Point 15 in the Gagra Hot Springs region of eastern Ladakh in September of last year, the previous forward movement at the LAC the east of Ladakh. This was a step forward in the military standoff between the two sides, which started in May 2020. With the establishment of buffer zones, friction sites, including the Galwan Valley, the north and south banks of the Pangong Tso, and the Gagra Hot Springs region, have seen some resolution since May 2020.